everyone, and welcome to another round of 12 News Weekend. I'm Kariba Devine. Here at 12 News, we strive to bring you the very best journalism in the Valley. That is why each week we'll rewind the tape to show you some of our very best stories. Some will make you laugh, some will make you cry, and some will just make you feel good. This is 12 News Weekend. Man's best friend is turning into man's protector. This morning, I'm introducing you to a new specialized ATF canine who is out there protecting our community. He can be called upon at a moment's notice to check campaign venues, schools, or other crime scenes, and it's all in an effort to make sure we are all safe. Meet Murphy. He can impress you with more than the typical tricks of sit, stay, and roll over. Murphy is almost 2 years old, but in his young age, he's already been through intense training.
We reward him with food, and so he likes to search out the explosives because, like most labs, he likes to eat. Andy
Badowski is his handler. Murphy is the Phoenix Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives' new SEEK dog, and SEEK stands for Search Enhanced Evidence Canine. First, he went through intense puppy training.
We get them between 12 and 14 months, and then ATF will take them, it's called imprinting, where they learn to smell the various odors of the explosives.
You'll notice as Murphy runs through drills, he sits to show he's found an explosive. The goal is to put less special agents and officers in danger.
So I can be 100 yards away from him while he's searching for explosives. So if he does find something, then the bomb squad can get involved, and it puts less people in danger being closer to the explosive.
Murphy is demonstrating all the tools he's learned, including how he could help if a school is on lockdown or a threat is reported.
If all the kids leave their backpacks in a classroom, I can open up the classroom door, and he goes into the classroom and looks for things.
He can also search cars, and Murphy's extra training means he can assist if an officer is looking for a gun a suspect has tossed.
Murphy can go and help try to find the gun that's thrown wherever it could be. Can also find shell casings with just that little bit of powder in there. It's more difficult than if it was, say, a pipe bomb that had a pound or two of powder in it. But the training that he receives, he can go and he can locate those items.
This is just the beginning to Murphy's assignments. In February, Murphy is being called to football's biggest stage.
I'm actually scheduled to go to the Super Bowl this year. So
there you go. So we're off to New Orleans.
Yes, so it will be Murphy's first time, if we don't get something before, doing something major out there.
In the meantime, he's working across the valley when ATF is called in to assist.
We should be grateful to have him doing the work right here in our community.
Yes. Yes, he's a good dog, and I hope to help out quite a bit out here.
And that is one good nose he uses as well to detect all of those smells and keep us safe. We've learned 37 canine teams have graduated from the SEEK program since 2021. Of course, that includes Murphy.
Hey, and welcome back to 12 Sports Locker Room. Cameron Cox, Lena Washington with you. One of the best parts of this job, the amazing people we get to meet, really all over the world. Suns open up the season Wednesday night in LA against the Clippers. Hey, did you see this on Devin Booker's Instagram recently? Always love seeing Book give fans a shout out, right? Well, it turns out the guy wearing this jersey is one of the biggest Suns fans you'll ever meet. And that jersey, it traveled a long way to get there.
I'm wearing this jersey, and it all started as a dream, you know? This is a result of believing in your dream.
9,000 miles away from Phoenix, you won't find many basketball fans.
My friends used to think I'm crazy when I was watching basketball, and everybody here is just soccer. They watch soccer. So when they see you watching basketball, they're like, bro, what is that?
But you will find Hussein Zero, one of the biggest Phoenix Suns fans you'll ever meet.
This is our championship season. KD and Book just dominated in the Olympics. We have now a point guard. Yusuf Nurkic has improved. He has spent the whole summer in the gym, so there's a lot to look forward to in the next season, and I believe we're going to win the championship.
Living in Nairobi, Kenya, one of the largest urban slums in Africa.
We embrace each other, we support each other during hard times. We call it Harambe. Harambe means pulling together, so it means if someone wants to go to school, they pull together resources. If someone is sick, we pull together. So maybe the kids someday are going to have a basketball court and a safe place to be.
Zero's safe place, basketball, and the Suns. His love for both started in 2011. His mom randomly buying him an old Phoenix Suns shirt.
At the time, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it meant, but I just fell in love with the cloth, man. I used to wear it almost every day.
His passion really came to life thanks to a before and after school job at a local cyber cafe.
When I wasn't going to school and clean the place, I helped sweep the place, and then when there were no customers, I could get to use the internet. I went on YouTube and watched basketball videos, the old videos about the Suns, Steve Nash, Eric Bledsoe, those guys, Goran Dragic, and my interest grew. I used to tell her, Mom, I need some 10 shillings to buy some bananas or something. But then I go and use the money to watch basketball videos and access the internet. So that was my safe place.
Another safe place, social media. Zero started talking hoops with Suns fans back here in the Valley.
Phoenix Suns community is more than just a fan. It's more than just a community, man. It's a family.
And like any fan, he wanted to rep his favorite team all the time. Rock a Suns jersey in his hometown. So he fittingly reached out to the X account Suns Uniform Tracker. That person chooses to remain anonymous, but they helped rally support from the Suns community to send Zero a special care package. Jerseys included.
The response was overwhelming. I was in tears. People were coming out in the comment section saying, hey, I got this, I can add it to the package, I got this.
Getting jerseys to Kenya is not easy. The process started in November 2023, and finally it's September. 10 months later, they arrived.
That day, I did not eat breakfast. I just left the house. I walked the whole journey, and it's like over 10 miles. I don't know. I walked the whole way there, and the adrenaline was fueling me, and the anticipation of the jerseys. That's what kept me going. And I reached there, and the moment I saw the package, tears in my eyes.
Zero's next dream is to go to college in the U.S., but in the meantime, he's turning all his friends and neighbors into Suns fans.
If you stay away from trouble and committing crime, anything is possible. I want to be a beacon of hope and a good example to the coming generation and have an impact in my community.
Presenting my Phoenix Suns from a soccer match. This is our field.
And has a message to his new community 9,000 miles away.
This is what kindness is all about. This is what embracing each other is all about. And I'm privileged to be part of the Phoenix Suns community. Nothing is impossible. This jersey has traveled over 9,000 miles, and it's now in a slum somewhere in Nairobi. And every time I look at it, those two jerseys hanging on my wall, I just say, man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed and thankful.
Lena, the power of technology, it's crazy.
That
we
just
can
makes my
communicate
heart
like
so
that.
full.
And he is just so thankful of what has become, truthfully, as we've seen it, such a great Phoenix Suns fans in their community for rallying support. And I checked today with the Suns Uniform Tracker on his social media. They have gathered up a second package and have shipped him out some more gear. I think it includes some book ones. I don't know for sure.
Sunset, Snake, Haven, all the colorways, hopefully, for Zero. And shout out to Zero for representing Planet Orange and being a 12 News viewer, right? All the way in Kenya. Pretty special.
He's also a Friday Night Fever fan.
I'm a fan of Friday Night Fever. I watch the show. Yeah. Say hi to Lena Washington. She does an incredible job going to the school. It's amazing, you know. Just seeing the school kids playing football in a Friday night under the lights is something magical, and I really admire that. I wish we could have some of that here, but it's possible. Maybe one day.
You know, earlier this month, Elon Musk drew swift backlash after his America PAC announced it would give $1 million per day to voters in swing states who sign a petition supporting free speech and the right to bear arms, or the First and Second Amendments of the Constitution. So several viewers were asking us if that's true. So this morning, we're working to verify for you. Our sources are Musk's America PAC, the U.S. Code of Laws, and 5 election experts that we spoke with. So federal law doesn't actually allow paying people to register to vote or for voting, but many legal experts, they're still divided on whether Musk's plan actually violates the law. So 3 of the experts say it is likely illegal because only registered voters are eligible to win the prize money. But Widener University law professor Michael Domino Sr. argues even longtime voters are eligible to win, saying, quote, payments are illegal only if the payments being made in exchange for the recipient recipients' registration or voting. Petition signers are being paid to sign the petition, not to register or to vote. It is therefore legal, in his opinion. Now, both the Department of Justice and the Federal Election Commission, they declined to comment to our Verified team, but the DOJ has already warned Musk that his sweepstakes could be illegal.
Yes, a massive, sweeping, kind of cool down that you've been waiting all month for. And in fact, I want to kind of give you a preview of what's going to happen this winter. There's been a lot of talk about it. You know, we covered El Nino last fall. Now we've got the La Nina winter. So what does that mean? Well, normally our trade winds, which go east to west, they push that warm water into Asia, closer to Asia. But then certain years, and it's usually on a 2 to 4 year cycle, we get these trade winds that are a little bit stronger, which creates this cool water in the eastern Pacific. Why is that so important? Well, then we see this kind of a weather pattern for a lot of the wintertime months, which means, well, wetter than normal time in the Pacific Northwest, but for you and me, it tends to be a little bit windier because it's so dry and warm just a little to the south and east of us. So we're kind of caught in between two different weather patterns. And again, we could lean one way or another, but La Nina typically means dry and a little bit windier.
Two wild black bears playing in a pond in southern Arizona. This is down in the Huachuca Mountains. So he set up a camera and then got out of the way, so he wasn't sitting right there.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, and so this is his first time, he said, he's able to capture the two bears together. And not only did he capture them together, he saw them having a good time.
That's so
yeah.
cute.
Jeff also tells us he's noticed changes in how many animals are making their way to this area depending on the weather, but he got them.
I wonder if they're siblings.
As it gets hotter and hotter, I'm definitely seeing less wildlife on the cameras around these water sources. As these water sources are drying up, there's no reason for these animals to make the trek to this, spring that historically has had water year round. But now as it's getting hotter and hotter, they don't want to waste the energy to get to that spring for it to be empty.
Yeah, I wasn't even aware that there were bears in the Huachuca Mountains down there near the border. So Jeff says he hopes the video emphasizes how important it is to protect all of our Arizona wildlife.
Well, this morning, 12 News journalist Troy Lynch is joining us live in Goodyear for a new update on what's been happening with this saga, because so many of you have been interested in clicking on this on 12news.com.
Yeah, Troy, it's been about 2 months now, but both sides are not backing down.
No, they are not. David has been doing this for 4 years now. He lives in the house directly behind me where you could see all of those Halloween decorations. And in the midst of all that, you'll be able to find a cooler and a sign that says free water for anybody to take. So this saga continues, but I want to show you this. This is a letter from the HOA that was sent out to this entire community trying to address the situation. And then David, on top of that, was sent a letter that was 13 pages long by the HOA addressing what they want changed and also telling him that he might want to hire an attorney. Now, from May to August, David has seen hundreds of dollars worth of fines. And a few months ago, the HOA notified David of 3 rules he was violating. David has since made the changes, but just has a new cooler and a sign on his driveway, which the HOA states is still wrong. In the letter sent to the community earlier in the month, they say it's okay for the cooler to be in front of his porch, screened from any neighboring houses or any person on the street to see. David says he's not doing that because what's the point of giving away free water if no one can see it?
Thank you. I appreciate the suggestion, but it's never going to work. Why would I want to put the cooler for the community and people that I don't know on my porch behind a pillar or a column with no signage? How will anybody know it's there and or for them?
Thanks so much for tuning in. And remember, you can catch 12 News Weekend on Saturdays and Sundays on our YouTube channel and our streaming app, 12 News Plus. I'm Kariba Devine. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend.